5 years ago, we were proud to host the first Trans Day of Visibility out of our council body. We welcomed a new LGBT director, and we wanted to show the world that this city would be dedicated not just to visibility for trans people, but to voice and change. I've been so encouraged in the past 5 years to see emerging leadership from trans, non-binary, and gender non-conforming leaders who have won new policies through this body, including name and pronoun change policies, bathroom availability and use, gender-neutral language, and access to activities that had previously been arbitrarily segregated by gender. City Council extended those same protections beyond schools, requiring every single youth organization, every single youth serving organization to develop or abide by similar policies, and that law will go into effect this summer. Some of these policies were championed by young people themselves. I want to honor and thank Itzela and Philly Family Pride, as well as my own trans staff members, Cam Duran and Christian Love-Paul, who made those policies possible. I'm grateful to trans, non-binary, and gender non-conforming teachers, educators, community leaders who have stepped out more boldly than ever to show our youth that a cruel world can and must change. But as much as we strive to make this world a little more loving and kind for trans youth and trans community members, there is no question that as visibility has grown, so has hate and backlash. Legislative bills denying health care to tens of thousands of trans youth are moving from state to state. In Texas last month, the governor signed legislation that deems gender-affirming medical treatments for trans youth to be child abuse in the eyes of the state, and now effectively criminalizes doctors, nurses, and educators, and calls upon them to report parents to the State Department of Family and Protective Services. Florida prohibits even the discussion, even the use of books that mention LGBT issues with younger students. Pennsylvania's own state legislature is considering transphobic legislation that denies trans students athletes the ability to participate in sports. And that has hit here close to home, as Penn student Leah Thomas has borne an unimaginable level of toxic anti-trans politics and hate. This heightened political rhetoric is driving open hostility towards trans, queer, and non-binary youth and their allies, whether it's in school board meetings, in classrooms, or in the broader media. So 5 years later, we entered this Trans Day of Visibility with greater consciousness that the fight in defense of trans lives, to uphold trans dignity, is more important, more present, and more urgent than ever. We do so because hate translates to violence, especially for Black, brown, and immigrant trans women. We honor Dominique Remy Fells, Mia Green, Stacey Blahnik, Nysa Morris, Diamond Williams, Kyra Cruz, London Kiki Chanel, Maya Young, Shantae Tucker, Keisha Jenkins, Tanya Moore, Tina Rodriguez, Michelle Tamika Washington. We say their names, we hold their lives and memories close to our hearts, and we call out the privileged femininity as much as we do the toxic masculinity that enables violence. On this 6th Trans Day of Visibility in the City Council body, I'm proud to have introduced this resolution with the majority support of this council body once again. And I want to thank my co-sponsors, Council Members Gautier, Gilmore Richardson, Brooks, Squilla, Parker, Quinona Sanchez, Dom, and Green, and all my colleagues who over the years have sponsored and consistently voted for recognition and voice. For all of our youth who have endless possibilities and limitless potential. To our trans, non-binary, and gender non-conforming young people wondering whether this world is for you. And to all who love them, this City Council resolution is for you. We have your back, and we will be sending a signal that our city will always be here for our trans communities.